Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Western Wednesday, also known as Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn.
And my name's Ryan.
We're going to be here for the next 17 hours and 45 minutes as your host as we talk about what's going on in the market. If you can hear us loud and clear, please.
That's it? 17 hours?
17 hours, buddy. If you can hear us loud and clear, let us know in the chat that we are coming across loud and clear. I'm also waiting for the alert to hit. I know I sent it out, so it's going to hit. Nobody's chatting in the room, man. Unless we got like a 17-minute delay.
Janice is here. Hey, Janice.
Holy smokes. Happy hump day. Have you hit the like button? Well, they just got here, Janice. They just got here. That's why Janice is my number 2. She's all over it. She's all over it.
Looks like we're just waiting on that alert to hit.
Now I hear the chat. All right. The intro music, I hear YT, and it's a plug-in air freshener commercial. Sigh. All right. So, no alert yet. I know. I'm just waiting for it to hit. Yeah, sent one. Was that it? All right. There's the alert.
There it is.
Hit. Y'all coming in loud and clear. Thank you, Janice. All right.
There we go. It's jumping up.
Ryan is here. He's ready to rock and roll. Man, big news yesterday, which is, Ryan did a short on it about what happened in Maryland. First thing I want to say, from my own self personally, a lot of prayers out there for you guys in Maryland.
Definitely.
I've got an aunt in Maryland, and she's good, but man, that is a big thing that happened.
I heard they called off the search this morning.
They did, because of the water temperature and the amount of time that they were looking. It just turned into a recovery scenario outside of just the search and recovery, which is, man, this is. But, something, I wanted to say that because I think it was important to do that. But number 2, that event is going to affect inflation. I think that event is going to affect inflation. And I'm starting to hear, if Akshay is already here because he says my news is old anyway, more former Fed people are anticipating not getting 3 Fed rate cuts this year. I've said that ever since he first said it, but inflation is going to be an issue. All right. Really, John? John says, Joey, thank you for telling me to sell CELH when it was near 95.
John.
Whatever. You didn't. What do you know about any stock out there? What stock pick? You got no stock picks. God.
We should have a Joey stock pick.
It was CELH. That's not what you said.
Joey,
say hello to Joey,
we should do a Joey stock pick of the week.
Whatever. Joey ain't got no stock picks. Joey ain't got no stock picks at all. All right. How do you think Eclipse will affect the market?
I don't think it will.
I don't think it will either, except for
maybe travel stocks, because I hear the airports are supposed to be really busy that week, and they're already warning people.
Because it's going to be crazy folk out. Imagine if you're going to be up in the airplane during the eclipse.
It's funny you say that. So they actually sold some plane rides to where you can enjoy the eclipse from the plane. They sold out in minutes. Like, you can't.
Are you serious?
I already looked into it. They're all sold out.
So the people are just going to fly to a location, get off, or they're going to be up in the air watching these land and get back on another plane to go back home.
Supposedly they're going to be up in the air the whole time.
Really?
And go like in and out of the eclipse range.
That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. All right. Amir, my good friend Amir, says, I'm getting killed on Macy and Envy.
So yeah, Janice just mentioned in the comments they're having special eclipse flights.
Special eclipse flight. Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I say. That's why I said the airline stocks, because they're going to be banking some money off this somehow.
Well, at least for short term, they're gonna.
Yeah.
At least for short term.
Did you see the eclipse last time when it came by here?
How long? No. You trying to say something about my age? That's what you finna say. That's what you trying to say.
No, I was there.
Okay. I feel you.
It was like maybe 5-6 years ago, 7. I forget. But it was pretty cool to see. It just gets dark for a little bit.
Big deal. It's no big deal. Akshay says, I heard that only things impacted are coal and auto parts. All others can be rerouted. I think some oil gets affected. I think auto. And again, I've got several stories that that I did pick out to show the effects of the Baltimore Bridge thing. Do you know that it was the 11th? It is the 11th largest port in the United States. 11th down the line. So we'll see.
I knew it was one of the biggest. So yeah, I did a short earlier since we're talking about auto parts. So it was just over $50 billion worth of exports through that port. Over half, it was $27 billion, if I remember correctly, were auto parts.
Okay.
So huge auto part hub. The biggest company affected, or the biggest automaker affected, Mazda. It's in the short.
Wow.
Watch the short I released earlier.
All right. So with all of that, that was just some preliminary talk. Joey put us into, there it is. We're going to start off with the news stories first. We're going to get into those. I always try to put a couple of economic stories in the beginning before we get into our stories. But here's the first one. Former Fed Vice Chair Clarita sees the possibility of fewer rate cuts than expected this year. Next story.
I'm still in the boat. I'd be surprised if we get any. And if we do, they're political.
All right. Second one. There's still no certainty the Fed will be able to pull off 3 interest rate cuts this year. And I think that it goes back to the whole idea of it's being data driven. So 2 things now affecting inflation. We've got the boats not going through the Red Sea, which is affecting supply. It's going to be a supply chain issue. And to a smaller part, the Baltimore area port will affect inflation as well. But
don't forget about the Panama drought.
That's right. We both did something on that's enough. There's enough.
We probably should do a follow-up on that.
And I think, yeah, I think that there's enough to affect supply, to affect the supply chain. 3 different things. And Glenn, said, I'm talking in third person like I'm not here. I've said since November that I couldn't see any more than 1 interest rate cut this year. I then bumped it up to maybe 2. I don't see 3. I still just don't see 3. The Fed watch tool just keeps moving back and forth, Rick. It's the dot plot stuff. And man, I just, if inflation keeps ticking up even every little bit, there's no reason to have to cut the interest rate. And I don't think anybody I think a lot of you out there just are overlooking that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of you optimistic people are just overlooking that, or Ryan and I are just talking out the side of our necks. One of the things. As long as the stock market keeps going up, do we need an interest rate cut? No. But the market and the Fed's decision should be 2 different things. The Fed's got nothing to do with the market. The Fed's got to do with the economic data and jobs. When we start saying things like that, Akshaya, that's where they meld, and that's not where it's supposed to go. All right. So let's go to the next one. I think this is me. We both had an oil story. Crude inventory increased by $3.2 million, 3.2 million barrels for the week ended on March 22nd. Yeah. All right. So that's going to keep oil prices down. We keep finding more oil. We keep drilling and all that kind of stuff. Nothing here about if they're putting more barrels, putting more oil back into the reserves. Crude, gasoline. That should mean gasoline prices should go down too, but they ain't. Distillates, more crude oil. Wondering if I'm still trying to. Akshaya is my eye in the sky about if we're putting more oil back in the reserves. As low as oil is, man, we should be kicking butt and taking names, putting oil back in. All right. So this is going to make me a little bearish on oil for the time being. All right. This is your story. Citi says buying chip stocks ahead of their AI presentations is a winning trade, and this name is next.
Yeah, so I'd have to agree with them. The AI hype, it's still keeping up. The next big event is actually going to be for Marvell, symbol MRVL. They're a semiconductor company. Their event is April 11th. So they're pretty much the same thing that we're expecting from the NVIDIA event. They're supposed to, launch and display some of their new AI products there. So a lot we've seen over the past 6 months before these events, those companies typically get pumped up. So therefore, I just wanted to put it on the list, put it on your radar. We'll take a look at the chart here in a moment. But I was looking at the indicators and the VectorVest 77 programs. I don't look at Marvel too much, but it looks like a pretty decent stock here with pretty good price action.
It's one of the stocks I put in your list, so we're going to get an opportunity to take a look at it.
Yeah, definitely. So this is similar to like the NVIDIA, Broadcom, AMD event. But Marvel actually is on a good pullback right now. It was in the probably lower 90s, maybe not even a month ago. Yeah, there it is right there. So it hit upward 85, took a dip. Looks like it's coming back here. So if you're looking for a semiconductor to kind of buy the dip mentality, and we've got some hype coming up here in the near future in about 2 weeks, this is I think it's a good company to have on your radar at least.
All right. Next story. Too early to judge. Global car makers, here you go, Akshaya, contend with the closure at the busiest U.S. auto port. Automotive firms say they are reassessing operations but do not expect major disruptions after the bridge collapse. Mercedes-Benz CEO told Baltimore that Baltimore was one of the German company's 4 distribution centers in the U.S., but other U.S. entry ports such as Brunswick, Georgia, would help ease the import pressures. And Salakis also added that it was way too early to see its full impact. All right, so I put that story out there because they said it may not affect them nearly as much, but we'll see. Because someone asked in the chat that, will this affect auto prices? We will see. We will definitely see. So I knew that was coming up. Joey didn't mention Marvel. Why did you even put that up there? You see what he put up there in the chat?
I mentioned Marvel last week.
It says Joey mentioned Marvel last week. Even Ryan's laughing because that was silly. He's so silly. All right, next one. Was this me too? Yeah, it was me. I didn't mean to put those together. Was that your story or my story?
That's your story.
That's what I thought. I put two of my stories together. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry about that. All right, Carnival. Here's another one. Carnival provides estimate of what the Baltimore Bridge collapse will cost it. I'm going down through it. While the company raised its full year profit outlook, it said that the outlook does not include the estimated impact of the bridge collapse, which happened the day before the quarterly report. The stock slumped 3.3% in the morning, enough to put the S&P into the losers. Revenue grew.
I feel like Baltimore couldn't be that big of a carnival hub.
I didn't know that until the story.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. New York is not that big of a hub, but they got ships. Miami's the big one.
Well, that's what I said for like a cruise line. I'm thinking out of Miami, Texas, or at least, on the East Coast,
but
Charleston.
But evidently, Carnival is chiming in on it. Expects a slight hit to this year's earnings from the Baltimore Bridge collapse. So interesting. All right. That was my story too. What did you do? All right, never mind. This is your story. I'm going to move one to your story. There you go.
Yes. So 3 good stocks here. Well, 2 stocks I put in the list. They are oil stocks. Now you can see here right at the headline of the article here, these stocks are on the verge of forming a bullish golden cross pattern.
Ooh.
It sounds fancy.
That's that fancy. You're going to go buy the stock on that fancy talk.
If you're not familiar with what this is, it's simply when the 50-day moving average crosses above the 200-day moving average. So that gives you a good sense of direction and momentum. To the stocks in this article, we've got Exxon and Occidental Petroleum Corporation meeting these requirements of these moving average crossovers. And with oil, Glenn just did an oil story. I think I had an oil stock in my list last week. Yeah, I had a USO. So I'm still bullish on oil. And with these 2 companies, on the edge of forming that golden cross, thought these are great fish to have for today.
I am starting to dislike VV Nation with all of these Joey stories. With all of these Joey stories. The Joey perfect indicator, a solid market timing. And I think everybody's pushing my buttons. That's what everybody's doing.
Oh, you know they're pushing your buttons.
Everybody's just pushing my buttons.
John says Joey doesn't use the 50 and 200. Joey, let us know what the real golden
Joey,
cross is.
Don't get him involved in this. Don't get him involved in this. Leave it alone. I'm trying to just read the chat and ignore it because
I'm trying to tell you, we need Joey picks. Put a 1 in the comment section if we should do a Joey stock of the week.
Yeah,
a Joey stock of the week.
Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go to. I hate y'all. I hate all of y'all.
VectorVest. There comes the
Jeff.
ones.
That's all Jeff.
Jeff and
That's
VectorVest.
all Jeff. Wow. All right. Here's another story. How shipping containers can make or break the global economy. And we all know, we've all seen it. Stop typing ones in the room. As long as we've all seen it. When shipping is moving, it's great. People are getting stuff. It's supply chain, no issues. But when shipping companies are not able to get around or bad stuff happens like that big ship there in Baltimore, shipping containers can affect big time because it's going to be supply chain disruptions or not. You know, if there's supply chain disruption, you know how long the boats were sitting on the port out in California during COVID time and stuff like that. Shortages.
Yeah.
And disruptions and all of that affects prices, which affects inflation. It's
crazy. I do remember that. Like you remember during COVID, you'd walk into the grocery store and there'd just be like random empty shelves where there's just no products. Like 1 week it could be butter. The next week it could be toilet paper. You just never know what's going to be missing that week.
That's right. And that's where all of these shipping companies, all of these tankers come into play and how they affect. And all of these things could affect, the war in the Middle East, the Red Sea, the Panama, now Baltimore. All of these things are going to affect our ability to get products, which will raise inflation, which will keep us from getting a cut. Interesting. I've got 2 stories back to back that I want to talk about. Both of them are about Moderna. So we know that Moderna was one of the major stocks that had the vaccine for COVID. Since we're no longer really using that, Moderna, Pfizer, BioNTech, Novavax have been adversely affected, which is why as a drug company, having as much as you can in your pipeline is so important. So Moderna succeeds in late-stage study for next-gen COVID shot. What flying flip?
They're doing a next-gen?
Citing data from its next COVE pivotal trial, Moderna said that the mRNA 1283 generated a more robust immune response compared to the 1273.222 against both Omicron and the strains of original. So they're going back down. They're going back down the whole COVID thing because I think it was extremely profitable for them with all of the vaccines that they put out, even though it was 4 companies doing it. Well, 3 because Pfizer and BioNTech were together. They're going to go right back down that path again. And the next story right behind it says Moderna moves 3 vaccines into the final stage trial as it works to rebound from the COVID slump. So I did a short this morning on Merck and Medtronic getting FDA approvals. I think the Moderna is already FDA approved, but these are just like booster shots or upgraded shots. We'll see how that affects them short term. I think that because COVID is not in the news nearly as much as it was, I don't know if this is a positive path for them to take. That's just my 2 cents.
Is this for the Omicron?
No, this is supposed to be better than the original strain and Omicron. I can't ever say it right. It's you saying it wrong. It's not Omicron. It's Omicron. If you don't say it right, stop saying it.
Oh my
All right. So it's generated more robust immune response compared to Omicron in the original COVID strain. Stop saying Omicron because that's not how you say it. All right. I still love you, bro. All right. This is your story, Baidu.
Thank you, Christopher.
What did Christopher? It's not Omicron. Stop saying it, Christopher. Stop giving him all the bad stuff. All right. Baidu. I did this in the Monday live. I talked a little bit about this, but this is your story. Talk about it.
Oh, you did talk about the Baidu?
A little bit, yeah. Which I thought is a great idea.
So Apple, they're working with developers to come out with the new iPhone 16. The new iOS system is going to be the iOS 18. So they've actually just announced a partnership with Baidu for their AI generative models to be utilized in the new iPhone 16.
In China.
In China.
Yes. That's the big part of that. It's in... So
it's solely in China.
Yeah, that part of it. They're going to still use all their other stuff for the new phone, but in China, they're bringing on Baidu, which I think is going to be a great thing for sales in China.
Yeah, no, definitely, because Apple was in trouble, especially, how do you pronounce it, Huawei?
Man, I don't know. It's not Omicron.
It's not Omicron, but I'm talking about the big phone the big phone company in
Huawei.
China.
I know. I just don't know. I want to say Huawei or just whatever. It's that. As long as you can get close to sounding it out, use your letters. Use your letters. Huawei. Okay.
I don't have my letters. I don't have it brought up on my screen right now. I'm shooting from the holster here, bud. I'm shooting from the holster here.
But
anyways, you get the point.
Yeah.
Apple's looking for more partnerships, Baidu being one of them, to try to expand in China. They're losing a lot of China market share right now, so I think this is a bigger deal for Baidu than I do Apple.
So Mark says I call it Abercrombie and Finch. It is Abercrombie and whatever.
Abercrombie.
Yeah, so he's talking. Mark is just being a hater too right now. All you haters. All the haters. I was being a jerk to Ryan because I love him like a brother. All right. One last story because I hate crypto. SEC.
You would put this story up. I saw it too.
Huh?
I said you would put this story up.
Of course, I was going to put this story up. SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, scores a big win in a lawsuit against crypto exchange Coinbase. Scored a major win where a judge ruled that the SEC's claim that the cryptocurrency exchange engaged in unregistered sales of securities. Aha! So we'll see what happens with that. That's Steve Chappell. They can all hear you. I just want to let you know that was Steve Chappell. Bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve.
Huawei. That's not how you spell it, Ken. That's not how you spell Huawei.
It's like not. That. It's HUA, I think.
Yeah, I think it is too. Bill says crypto rocks. Just ask Ryan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, HUAWEI. Huawei.
I am currently. I got out of my iBit, and I got out of my Bitto.
Crypto does rock.
Whatever. It's gonna fall like a rock. That's what you meant to say. Crypto is gonna fall like a rock. With that, I'm with you. It's going to fall like a rock. It woke out of a big crypto winter, though, and it gave a lot of people a lot of opportunity to make some money. And I talked about those plays to be able to make some money. Am I in crypto or thinking about liking crypto long term? H to the no. Just no. Just no. All right, so what's going to happen to Coinbase? Coinbase tends to follow behind what crypto is doing, what cryptocurrency is doing. So,
but as far as legislation, I imagine probably going to get hit with a big fine.
Well, not only that, how does this affect the fight to get the Ethereum ETFs? I think, that everybody was waiting to get the crypto ETFs. I think they've made some money, but I don't know. I
don't think it really affects the Ethereum ETFs. It's kind of apples and oranges.
Well,
because Coinbase is in trouble for selling securities being crypto without a license.
Right. But when that
has nothing to do with kind of what Ethereum is.
You'll see.
You'll see.
Because they all are in the same cesspool of crap. That's what it comes down to. All right.
You're just mad because you're still holding your Dogecoin. Your Shiba Inu.
I am not mad. Do not talk down crypto stocks. Fine. That's just my opinion. All right. That is totally all my opinion.
There's like 10 cryptos that may have some actual purpose in life, and the rest are just shooting from the holster gambling.
No, Niles says don't talk down crypto stock. Listen, it's just me. It's just my opinion.
Crypto's not going anywhere just because of blockchain.
Blockchain is the way to go if you're going to go with crypto, but just crypto in general, I'm not a big fan of it. All right, can you put us back into the software? Oh,
Sugarfoot.
Oh, okay. You almost made me cuss. All right, let's get back to the software. Shut up, Joey. This is where the market stands at the particular point in time.
Seemed kind of mixed earlier today with the indices, but now they're all up.
They're all up, trading at the session highs, no wick at the top of the candle. So but we're still about 4 days off the 3-month high. The market still has legs to keep moving. My biggest thing is the market still has upward move due to the anticipated rate cuts that I don't think will happen. It's either we get no rate cuts or we may get one. Anything more than that, I think it becomes extremely political. All right.
Yeah, if it comes to June, it's just right around the corner. It's hard to believe it's about to be April already.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes June and we're still not getting a rate cuts, when does that actually start to set into the market? Like, hey, we're not getting those cuts we're expecting.
And I think that it'll be data driven. Yeah. If inflation still keeps rearing its ugly head every little bit, it's all going to be about the data.
What's Powell's term? Data dependent. That's what Jerome likes to say.
Data dependent. All right. Market indices. Look at that. You were right, Ryan. It was mixed. But right now, everything is up. Everything is up and away. My beautiful balloon.
Don't fight the market right now. Just ride with it.
And where's the money going? Into the low dollar, high risk stocks. It's going into the Russell 2000. Man, look at that.
That's a pretty healthy sign.
That means stocks, if people are going to jump on the more riskier stocks and the VIX goes down, the market still has legs to the upside. There's no fear. There you go, Bill. There is no fear. There is no fear in the market. Everything is up in color. My stocks are down. Need help, Glenn. Well, how many times has it been between me, Ryan, and VV Nation? Have the stocks hit your stops? If they are, then you gotta move on. That's the biggest thing. If you got stops in place to hit your stops a long time ago, then you need to consider closing those positions and get into newer ones that are moving. But that's nothing new, Amir. That's something that we've been talking about for quite some time, especially with these high-flying stocks. I actually did a video on how to manage those stocks that you were in. Those stocks, remember that video? I don't know if you remember it, but I did it recently, not too long ago, on how to manage your high-flying stocks. I did it and showed you what things to look for in getting out of NVIDIA, SMCI, TSM, all of AMD. I did a video on that. All right, so that's all I can say. I don't think we're going to get any rate cuts this year. I think a lot more people.
I agree with that.
I'm thinking a lot more people are coming on board with that thinking. And in the comments, I keep hearing, Glenn, no, just wait. We're going to get out 3. No, just wait. I think that's just being really too optimistic based on the data. All right. Big moving stocks. Look at this. So the beautiful thing about these stocks, not only these stocks moving up, they're moving up on big, huge volume. Huge volume. So if nothing else, take a screenshot, take a picture, whatever you want. These are every Thursday, try to get you some big moving stocks.
Is that Sundial?
Huh?
Is that Sundial, SNDL?
Yep, that's the weed stock. Ryan did a video, it was either today or yesterday, about big moving stocks and how to find them in the VectorVest system. But not only are these stocks up today, one is down now. Not only are these stocks up today, but they're up on huge volume. I always want to look at contras no matter what the market is doing, whether it's up, down, or indifferent. On a day like today, we shouldn't have a lot of contras moving. But what I do pay attention to is if even on a good up day, which contras are moving, because those are contras I definitely want to keep in mind. If they're moving when the market's up, imagine what it will do when the market's down. All right. Current hot industry. I'm just giving you a bunch of fish today. I did a search to look for the hottest industries. From there, I gave you some stocks that are moving up. Let me tell you what these is. Only 3 industries: machinery, construction, mining, material handling, and drug generic. So there's 5 stocks that are moving up today. Those are 3 of the top 5 moving industries. Take a picture, write them down, whatever you want to do. One is a stock, as a sell recommendation, so it's extremely speculative play. All right, let's go to Ryan's picks. Ryan's picks last week. I don't think I set up what you were shorting because that's wrong. That was from the prior week. All right, so these were your stock picks from last week.
We'll see.
Do you remember being bullish or bearish? I don't remember.
Bullish on everything here.
All right, bullish on everything. Let's go back a week. Let's go see what Ryan did. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please.
Dun.
All right, there we go. Quick test all. Look at that, Ryan. 7%. Way to go, Ryan. Look at that marijuana stock up 25% in 1 week. One week blew the market.
I was telling y'all last week about those marijuana stocks.
You were telling me you were high on them? I mean, you didn't inhale? I mean, that you don't... Marijuana, again, there's a lot of talk about deregulating it. It's enough. Look at that. Tilray nicely up 1 week. 1 week. I wouldn't have even traded DJT. It's totally disconnected from reality. You know, interesting how the Trump stock got the ticker symbol DJT, which is already a ticker symbol. So I think the only way you're going to trade it and still be able to watch it is DWAC. But it made him a lot of money in a short amount of time overnight. Long story about why that's the case, but it's a stock that's making the news and it's moving. All right. Woman of God said, my stock really down. What stock? We'll take a look. I'm not ready to take stocks yet. And it all depends on how many likes we have. Remember?
Oh, no, they changed it in the system.
They made it DJT?
No, because I just typed in DWAC. It's DJT / You may just want to type it in to show customers in case they're interested.
Hold on. Viewers.
Yeah, if you type in DJT.
DJT. Wow. That was a smart way to make it, right?
Yeah.
DJT / That was smart. That was smart on Angie's part to do that. Angie's awesome. That was smart. So do we also still track DWAC or did that go away?
No, that went away.
That did go away.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So DWAC now is DJT in our system, DJT / Everybody put a 1 up in the room for Ryan, because I didn't even know that was there. Put a 1 up in the room. That's awesome. And I think that was smart on our part to be able to effectively track that stock that already had. Still don't understand how they got that ticker symbol. I still don't understand.
I don't either.
Huh? That doesn't make sense. If it's an assigned ticker symbol, how does he get that ticker symbol? Regardless. All right, I'm taking that out the list, but thank you for that, Ryan, because I didn't know that. I know Angie was working on it. All right, let's go look at my stock picks for last week. What was I bearish on? Probably IBIT. Yep, because Niles, close your ears, because it sucks. Okay. No. But I made money on IBIT. I did. I made money on IBIT.
Oh, now you're short Bitcoin all of a sudden?
On IBIT, BITO, and Bank D, because it turned around. Those would have been my 3 that I would probably have been bearish on. All right. let's go to 320. Let's go to 320. Quick test. 1%. Which ones went down? Bank D was the only one out of my 3 that I said would go down that went down. So if I did the same test without, what was it again?
That's why you don't short Bitcoin.
Shut up. Let's go take it all without Bank D. Quick test. I'm going to short Bitcoin every opportunity I get, but I'm going to take money on it every opportunity I get as well. Quick test. Quick test, 2% without Bank D. Stella went down. I thought all of the car companies were going to go up, but Dell went up. Good picks. Out of the stocks that I did say were going to go bullish, only one went bearish. Ryan's picks, though, because of the big Tilray pick, big move up. But we both made money over the week. All right?
Yes, it's all about making money.
Is IBIT optionable? And the answer to that is no. It is not. It is not optionable. But BITO is. And BITO pays a dividend. That's the reason why I jumped into it, is because it does pay a dividend. IBIT does not. So IBIT is not optionable, but BITO is optionable and pays a dividend. If I'm going to go with out of these two, it would most likely be BITO. And they're pretty close in price as well. Pretty close in price as well. All right, so those were our picks. I gave you some fish already. Did. Another set of fish. Top VST stocks with the 3-8 cross over the last 3 days. Take a picture, write it down. Don't care. All of these stocks. Look at that stock. We talked about this in the Jockey Club yesterday. STOK.
Oh, Stoke, yeah.
Yeah, Stoke stock, whatever the heck it is. Look at that, 43% today. So these are all high VST stocks, but the 3 and the 8s just crossed on these stocks over the last 3 days. If nothing else, these are great stocks that are, for the most part, fundamentally sound with good VST, pretty much all buy recommendations. Let's go look at the earnings growth, all double digits with the exception of KIA. These are great stocks. These are great fish.
A lot of those companies have pretty good fundamentals too.
Yeah. I gotta search for this. I created a search, and this is another set of fish that I bring to the table for you guys. All right. Portfolio review. What time is it? We'll do this real quick. Portfolios. AMA hot or not stocks. This is your picks. Look at that. Y'all are up 3%. Way to go. Look at y'all.
And we just started that, what, a month ago?
124. Yeah, about a month ago. Listen at you. Like you know what you're talking about for this time.
2 months ago.
124, 224, 324. Yeah, 2 months. 2.95%. Biggest winners in here, New, Modine. These were all stock picks that we picked from you. And then, of course, Soundhound. Yeah, way to go. Way to go with that.
The Soundhound.
All right. I need to put this on because there's stops
that should
on
be
here.
getting close to getting stopped out.
It should have been on. The genius was off. It should have been stopped out. Both of these will probably get stopped out once I put it back on. All right. Let's go look at y'all stock picks today. Viewers, stock picks, customer picks this week. Oh, let me look at your customer picks from. Oh no, we didn't do last week because we were doing the Fed. And then I did it differently. I did it in graphs. All right, how many likes do we have, Joey?
Go ahead and start hitting that like button.
66. Psh, well, we get 6 stocks. That's what it comes down to. We get 6 stocks. That's what it comes down to. I'm writing them down right now. LV.
There's 190 people, so we should be able to do 19 stocks. If everyone hits that like button.
Shizu. HBAN. HP.
You got plenty of time. Glenn's not a fast typer.
MGM.
Just keep hitting that like button.
Neva. Is that really a stock? It is. Holy smokes.
Bill says round up to 7, please.
Hold on. Kava. I'm not putting Disney Jazz. I told you I'm not doing that. LVTX is already in there. Don't forget Disney. Nope. NVIDIA. NVDA.
I saw NVIDIA's down today.
APO, SMCI, HBAN. How many stocks is that? How many? What? HBAN was already in the list. That's fine. Let's go see how many stocks that is.
How many
It's
likes
8
are we at
stocks,
now?
and we don't even have 80 likes. Well, that's enough. That's the
Joey, what's the like count?
Huh?
How many likes do we have, Joey?
How many? We got exactly 80. We got to exactly, and I got you 8 stocks.
Oh.
All right. So there we go.
Looks like Joey's making that tea time today after all.
Yeah. All right. So these are your stocks. I'm curious to know why CZU went up as much as it did. Right click, view the stock news. Went over to the wrong
70%.
Place. Let's see what the news is on it. Announces a transition to pure play automotive marketplace model. That was 20 days. I got nothing. I feel like Whitney Houston. I got nothing, since I don't have you. Let's go to Seeking Alpha. CZU. Let's go see. Among midday movers. I don't know what's making it move. Announces, I don't know. And I don't like it when I see a stock go up this much and I can't find any news. BITO. So 2 people who are down in big stocks. Samir with SMCI, and then Woman of God down in BITO. All right, so I put those 2 stocks in there for you as well.
First article that comes up.
You found something?
Yeah, it says Kazu stock. Something about a short squeeze.
Oh yeah, that makes me want to jump on board. The stock is trading at $10.65 with a value of 41 cents. Yeah, that's something I don't want you to touch, unless you want to. Don't you want me, baby? No. Don't you want? No. Don't you want me? No. I wouldn't touch that. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing good about it. Short squeeze. That means retail investors are trying to hand it to the man.
So essentially, it's UK's version of Carvana.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
All right. There we go. All right. Let's go rock and roll. Open up this portfolios. Sorry, let's go to the viewers. Bring up my graph. And now let's go over to portfolios. All right. And let's go see what we like and what we don't like. NVIDIA. I don't think we have that in the list right now. Let's go.
I don't think we have NVIDIA in the list.
No, I don't think so.
Kind of surprised.
We don't have it. Probably because it was going down. We don't have it. And I wouldn't say we buy it today either. What say you? I don't like, but look at that. Right. It stopped right at the 3-month high of 974. All right. Big wick. Not a shooting star, but enough selling pressure would follow through and more follow through. I would say no on NVIDIA right now. What about you, Ryan?
I'm going to say no right now, especially on the down day. It looks like we're going to be losing Trigger here soon.
Yeah, we might. The graph looks great. Would I buy it now? No. Only Jeff said no. That's enough for me. And Ryan said no. That's enough for me. All right, SMCI. Now, Amir, I'm going to ask you the question again for the last time.
Does Amir still own it?
For the last time. What was your stop, and did the stock hit your stop criteria? What was your stop, and did your stock hit the stop? This stock is gapped up and gapped down. Somewhere in here, you should have had a stop hit. And if you still holding it past the stop hit, that's on you, bro.
Would that almost look like a head and shoulders pattern?
Shoulder, head, which is no more bearishness. It could be a head and shoulders pattern. Yes, I am here. I own it. Why? Ryan and I are not.
Yeah, John, I just talked about that. It's looking like a head and shoulders, right?
I am not of them. Here's a gap down, gap up, gap down. This stock has been gapping all over the place. You should have had stops in place. I didn't put a stop limit. Wow. Okay.
You just gonna let it run?
No. Stop. Everybody stop. If you're going to tell me that you didn't put a stop on it and you're getting killed in the stock, Whose fault is that? And you know me, I'm going to answer as many questions as I possibly can for all of you. But that's an answer that only you can answer, and you shouldn't keep talking about it. Do something about it.
Well, Amir, are you getting killed in the stock, or are you getting killed in these put options you're selling? That's two different things.
Oh, man.
Don't kill him.
I'm not going to kill him. I just want you to understand.
It's not Joey's fault for sure.
Wow, John says it's not Joey's fault for sure. What? Really? Really? This is what
Joey
stops
don't
her
do
for.
nothing.
This is what stops her for. You agree with that, Ryan? This is exactly what
Definitely
stops her for.
stops. Yes.
Huh?
You definitely want stops.
Okay. All right. Okay, I had to take a deep breath. I didn't lose it. I'm about to lose it with Joey's, all these comments with Joey, but I didn't lose it with Amir. All right. Next one. APO. Love the bottom left, top right. Little bit of settling
Very
in.
smooth.
Little bit of settling in right here. That is a shooting star. Not a gravestone doji, but that's a shooting star. Follow through. I say no on APO. It did get triggered, but we're losing again. What say you, Ryan?
I don't like how it's losing that trigger again.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I'm going to go no.
Jeff is right. Amir, it's hard to sell. Stops take the emotion out of selling. That is probably one of the truest statements that can be said to any investor. That can be said to any investor, is that right there. That's why you have stops in place. That's exactly why. And Wayne, and if you know, and Wayne might be right here as well. If you don't have any idea of what stops to use, I like using a 10 or 15% trail. Ryan?
A trailing stop's my favorite stop. I like something that captures that momentum to the upside.
So I always, that's an easy stop, 10 or 15% trail. I'm
the
going to
one
say
stop
no on
I refuse to.
Wow. Jeff says yes. Well, because I know Jeff is greedy.
Oh, yeah.
Because Jeff is greedy. What I'd like to see is
a bit of a trigger. That's a very little bit, Jeff. There's a wee bit of trigger in there.
Little bit of trigger. That is a little bit of trigger. I'd like to see it break above that 3-month high. What else does everybody think about APO? Yay or nay? Yay or nay? The JPI stops were. I'm gonna take all you pro Joey people out of the room. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna take all you pro Joey people straight out of the room.
It's probably best.
All right, APO not yet. Thank you, Kiwi. I like that. Kiwi meow. I like that.
Did you just meow?
I just did because it was Kiwi meow.
Can we get one more meow?
Yeah, Kiwi meow.
All right, we're done.
APO no. All right, let's go to the next one. Oof. Bido. Again, between IBIT and Bido.
It's
Bido
got trigger and trend, Glenn. It's got trigger and trend.
Listen, I don't like crypto. But Bido made me a little bit of money. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not, as much as I don't like crypto, Bido made me a little bit of money. I do like the idea. Bottom left, top right, a little bit of volatility going on right now. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna put on another graph. For those people who may be new to the channel, I'm gonna put on another graph that I like. It is the 3 and the 8 exponential moving averages. All right. 3 is the green, red is the 8. And then I also have a 20-day simple 20-day. I don't know if it's simple or it's simple moving average. I use the 20-day for trend if I want to stay in the stock a little longer. But triggers to get in and out of a stock quick, the 3 and the 8. Notice that the 3 fell below the 8 on 318. Love the dividend. And again, I like Bido because of its dividend. That's a great spot right there to get out of the stock, take your profits off the table. And if you don't get fully out of the stock, take half off the table. All right, if you don't get fully out of the stock, take half off the table. Then when the 3 crosses back above, you can go get back in, or take the half off the table, but then have a stop still in place in case it keeps going down, 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 down. All right, so, and I'm going to go back to SMCI, same scenario. Look at that. The 3 and the 8 cross on the same day Amir, 318. 318, the 3 cross below the 8. So I like those. Ooh, Sisu. I like those to help you to manage those stocks. Listen, I call it Sisu.
That thing's shooting up.
Holy smokes, that's on that news, right?
You better have your diamond hands ready, because that's going to be a
short squeeze,
a wild ride.
That's going to be a super. That's the most volume you've had in all of these 3 months. So that's straight news.
It looks like the short squeeze just started maybe a week ago.
Yeah, I'm not saying touch that at all, but Jeff might want to get a piece of that. All right, I'm not getting into that. Ryan, you think we should put it into the portfolio?
No. No.
All right, anybody else want to put that into the portfolio? Yes or no? And Jeff, if you type yes in the room, I will give you such a look in the camera. All right, Prakash, I'm with you. It is
throwing dice, exactly.
There's Kiwi meow. All right, so I got no's. All right, and Janice said no as well. All right, let's go to the next one. Caesar, he said meow. I like the move on LVTX. I do like it.
It's actually a pretty nice move.
Was that an earnings right there? It was not. I don't know what happened here, but I like since then the steady move up. Big thing is I don't like to buy in on a down day. And the volume's not there either. Holy smokes. What is the volume at? Volume. That's a lot of volume though. Oh, that's because it's getting skewered by these dates. Today's volume is sitting at 406,000. Right? But I wouldn't buy it. Now, somebody says half position.
At Kiwi Meow. The meows are taking off in the chat.
Yeah, I know. It's neat. Shout out to the best name in the chat. Kiwi Meow. We just made you famous, Kiwi.
Kiwi Meow. I like that username.
We just made you famous. But
as far as LVTX, I'm not a big believer on it today.
I know something though. I would put it in a watch list.
Yeah, I'd put it on your radar.
Like this move, the 3, the 8, the 20, all in play. I would put this into a watch list, and we'll go from there. I wouldn't buy it today though. I wouldn't buy it today. Look at that. Jeff says Kiwi meow. Nice to meet you. And it's, don't be making this. Don't be making this into no dating game on here. All right. Wow, Kava.
Oh, have you been to the Kava in Birkdale?
No, I ain't no. Is it good food?
It's like Mediterranean.
Huh?
Like Mediterranean, like hummus.
I don't like Mediterranean food.
Then you're never gonna go.
Yeah, they put that sake sauce.
But yeah, they just opened up one by us in Birkdale. Oh, maybe we can shoot there as well.
Oh, since the stock's moving up so much, we could do a on-site.
Yeah.
We can
lunch is on VectorVest.
At me while I'm live. Steve's gonna shoot me with a Nerf gun.
We can do a hummus tasting.
I don't do hummus.
I don't know what you're gonna eat there, bud.
I'll drink the Pepsi. All right.
I'll drink the Pepsi.
So people are saying yes, even though we got to pull back from yesterday's 3 month. All right. The next Chipotle says Prakash.
I'd say yes. I mean,
people
it's a beautiful looking chart.
All right, we're gonna go for Kava. All right, add trade.
AB says it's Spanish champagne. Oh, Kava. Yeah, Kava is Spanish champagne.
All right, but is the food Kava? Is it Spanish or is it Mediterranean? You don't know.
Spain
Why
is
did you
on the
put it out
Mediterranean.
if you don't know it? Oh, so
it's Mediterranean.
Are you Googling it?
Huh?
Nothing. All right, we got Kava in there. I do like the move on that. Even
you realize Spain sits on the Mediterranean, right, Glenn?
I'm not Mediterranean.
So Spanish can be Mediterranean. Just saying.
So does that make it Mediterranean?
No, just makes it Spanish.
I just put it together. All right, MGM.
Mediterranean.
MGM, a little volatile.
Young people love Kava. It is very hipster, you could say.
I don't know. Is it Spanish Mediterranean? They do not use chocolate on their chicken. Oh, boy.
They do not.
Whatever. I'm so not listening to you. MGM, yes or no? I say no. Ryan,
Glenn, you're a steak and baked potato kind of guy, aren't
I don't
you?
even like the baked potato. I just like steak.
I don't even
have
like the baked
steak
potato.
and Pepsi. That's all I want. I don't need a side of nothing. Steak and Pepsi. Actually, steak and Arnold Palmer with lemon. That's even better. That's what I want. That's what I want. NVIDIA is not in our list today, I don't think. It was NVIDIA in the list?
No, we should probably just take a look at it on our way out the door.
All right. So I'm saying, you guys are saying no on MGM? Okay, good. MGM, all of the...
Yeah, there's nothing there with MGM.
All of the
and it's right
places,
at a level of resistance? Yeah.
All of the betting places just came to North Carolina on the 11th. So you see the commercials with everybody.
Have you
FanDuel,
signed up to get like the free betting thing? Because they're all like a couple $100.
A couple $100 to do what?
To place bet.
To place a bet?
Yeah. Yeah, like if you create an account, like all of them are like $250.
Oh, for real? I don't know.
Yeah. Like if you fund it with like $50 or something, they give you like an extra $200-$300 to bet with.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't bet like that. I gamble enough in the stock market. I
don't do none of that stuff.
I don't need to add any more gambling habits to my life.
My daddy always told me, scared money don't win. My money is about as yellow as you can get. It's chicken
Scared?
yellow. All right. I say no on H-Band. We need some stocks in a base that will become the next leaders like App. Then look, why don't you pay attention to the fish we give you, John? We give you lots of fish. I keep
scared
hearing this,
money
man.
don't make no money.
We need the next big stock. Watch the fish that we give you. How many of you have made money on the fish that we've given to you? Type a 1 in the room. I'm curious. Because if nobody answers, I'm never giving you no more doggone fish either. How many of you made money on the fish that we've given to you? Boy, between Ryan and I, we go out of the way to give you a lot of stocks that are out there. Some of them you don't even know about. Jazz says sometimes. All right, I'll take that.
That's a fair
I'll take that. But John says he writes down the fish. I put that out there, especially for the people who are new to the channel. We go out of our way to give. We track over 9,000 stocks. We try to give you some fish. Yeah, really, Jake? Really? Joey's asleep, so he didn't see it. The next multi-bagger, LUXH, is not a multi-bagger. Was that one of my multi-bagger picks? Could have been.
That's a huge company.
What, LUXH?
Yeah, Lux Urban.
The hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I got a couple of stocks that are my multi-bagger stocks that are already up 50, almost 60%.
Lux Urban's down 25% today.
What is?
Lux Urban.
Is it?
Yeah, yesterday's close 214. Today's open 148.
Good Lord.
It's over 25%. Something happened there.
It probably stopped out of my multi-bagger portfolio. All right, let's go add real quick on the way out the door. NVIDIA. Ryan said, look at it on the way out the door.
On the way out the door. Bye, guys. Here's NVIDIA.
We did talk about it. We did talk about it. Right off of that, the beautiful level of resistance. I remember the graph. The 3 and the 8 are about to cross, and it's getting ready to cross through the 20-day simple moving average. Would I still keep it? Right now would be the time that if I've got profits on it, I'd be thinking about taking half off the table. Twice that we've gotten to that level of resistance and still pulling back. If it were me, look at that nice 45-degree angle. If it were me, I would really consider taking half off the table. All right, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I hate you for this, Jazz. But Disney. It's moving up.
120. It's shooting up quite a bit.
It's moving up. It's moving up. The 3, the 8, and the 20. You got to keep your eyes on it. That's all I'm going to say about it. And they did pop up on dividend. Glenn, do you cherry pick your 100% or more search? Yeah, I run the search, but I cherry pick the stocks. Yes, I run the search, but I cherry pick the stocks. All right, we got to go. Joey's going to, don't take away my chat. All right, see, look at that. How about Teleta says, made a lot of money on the Rolls Royce fish. So there we go.
Oh, was it Ricey?
It was Rolls Royce.
What's the symbol? Isn't it like Ricey?
RECEY.
Yeah, Ricey.
No, Rolls Royce. All right, y'all. I know. That's funny. Just looking at your look at the face was funny. It was like, huh? It's the same
But the
thing.
ticker symbol is Ricey.
No, it's Rolls Royce. All right, anyway. Joey's got no picks for you. He never will. All right. Those other two guys are okay. Really. Yeah, that's just clicking in place.
Other two guys.
But those
See,
other
Lee
two guys are
knows
okay.
what's up.
That's all right. As long as you guys have fun, but you learn and you get an opportunity to make money, that's what it's all about. Who signed us off last week?
I did, and Janice, you're right. No Market Friday. Close. Good Friday.
The mark. There you go. We do. Yeah. So tomorrow is going to be the last trading day of the week. Ryan's Thursday video will be done by me, so make sure you check that out. We also have Trending Thursday tomorrow, but Janice is right. No market, no Friday video, no Jockey Club, no 12 o'clock live stream. Huh? No Joey. You going away?
Joey,
No
you're
Joey.
going too?
Today's your last day forever? High five, buddy.
Oh.
Woo! Joey's gone forever. All right. So with that, I'll sign us off this week. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Still praying for all of the people in Baltimore, Maryland. Odabu, bon dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. That's for kava in the Mediterranean place. See you guys. Have a great day. See ya.
Bye.